Welcome to UXL, where you can learn new skills anytime and anywhere. Visit uxl.com to explore our full course selection. This lesson is part of a larger course. Check the video description below for a link to the full course where you can enroll. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. For your convenience, the course cover displayed on your screen provides the complete course title and lesson title. Let's proceed with the lesson. Lesson: Religious and Disability Accommodations. California's approach to discrimination law is multifaceted, encompassing a wide array of protections for employees. These laws are designed to foster an inclusive and equitable workplace, particularly concerning religious and disability accommodations. Understanding these accommodations is integral for HR professionals seeking to master the PHRca certification, as it ensures compliance with state regulations and promotes a supportive work environment. Religious accommodations in the workplace are mandated under California's Fair Employment and Housing Act. This law obligates employers to provide reasonable accommodations for employees' religious beliefs, as long as such accommodations do not cause undue hardship on the business. Reasonable accommodations might include flexible scheduling, voluntary shift substitutions, and modifications to workplace policies to allow for religious attire or observances. For instance, an employee who observes the Sabbath on Saturday may request a schedule that accommodates this requirement. Employers must engage in an interactive process with the employee to determine a suitable accommodation, a process that necessitates open communication and a willingness to find a workable solution. Disability accommodations are similarly protected under both FEHA and the Americans with Disabilities Act. These laws require employers to provide reasonable accommodations to employees with disabilities, facilitating their ability to perform essential job functions. Such accommodations might include adjusting work schedules, modifying equipment, and ensuring accessibility within the workplace. For example, an employee with a mobility impairment may need a wheelchair-accessible workspace or modified duties that do not require extensive physical exertion. The interactive process is a critical component here as well, requiring employers to work collaboratively with employees to identify and implement effective accommodations. The importance of these accommodations is underscored by statistical data highlighting the prevalence of religious diversity and disability in the workforce. According to a 2014 Pew Research Center survey, California is one of the most religiously diverse states in the U.S., with significant populations of Christians, Jews, Muslims, Buddhists, and Hindus, among others. This diversity necessitates a nuanced approach to religious accommodations, ensuring that all employees can practice their faith without facing discrimination or undue hardship. Similarly, the U.S. Census Bureau reported in 2019 that nearly 10% of Californians under the age of 65 have a disability. This statistic underscores the need for robust disability accommodations in the workplace, as a significant portion of the workforce requires such adjustments to fully participate in their professional roles. Providing these accommodations not only ensures compliance with legal requirements, but also enhances workplace diversity and inclusivity, fostering a culture of respect and support. Case law further illustrates the practical application of these principles. In EEOC v. Abercrombie & Fitch Stores, Inc. the U.S. Supreme Court held that an employer could not deny employment to an applicant based on a religious practice if the practice could be accommodated without undue hardship. This case involved a Muslim woman who wore a headscarf for religious reasons and was denied employment because it violated the company's dress code. The court's decision reinforced the principle that employers must make reasonable accommodations for religious practices, even if the employee does not explicitly request them. Similarly, in the case of Humphrey v. Memorial Hospitals Association, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that an employer's failure to accommodate an employee's disability constituted a violation of the ADA. The case involved an employee with obsessive-compulsive disorder who was terminated for performance issues related to her disability. The court found that the employer had not engaged in the required interactive process to identify reasonable accommodations, highlighting the critical importance of this process in ensuring compliance with disability accommodation laws. Employers must also be mindful of the potential for undue hardship when considering accommodations. Undue hardship refers to significant difficulty or expense incurred by the employer in providing an accommodation. This determination is fact-specific and considers factors such as the nature and cost of the accommodation, the overall financial resources of the employer, and the impact of the accommodation on the operation of the business. For example, a small business with limited financial resources may face undue hardship in providing an expensive accommodation, whereas a larger corporation with substantial resources may not. Effective strategies for managing religious and disability accommodations include developing comprehensive policies, providing training for managers and employees, and fostering an organizational culture that values diversity and inclusion. Policies should clearly outline the procedures for requesting accommodations, the responsibilities of both employees and employers in the interactive process, and the criteria for determining reasonable accommodations and undue hardship. Training programs can educate managers and employees on their rights and responsibilities under FEHA and ADA, as well as best practices for fostering an inclusive workplace environment. Moreover, fostering an organizational culture that values diversity and inclusion can enhance the effectiveness of these policies and training programs. This culture can be cultivated through leadership commitment, employee engagement, and ongoing evaluation of diversity and inclusion initiatives. By creating a supportive environment, employers can ensure that all employees feel valued and respected, ultimately enhancing employee satisfaction, retention, and productivity. Pause. In conclusion, religious and disability accommodations are essential components of California's discrimination laws, reflecting the state's commitment to fostering an inclusive and equitable workplace. HR professionals must thoroughly understand these accommodations to ensure compliance with legal requirements and promote a supportive work environment. By engaging in the interactive process, considering the potential for undue hardship, and implementing effective policies and training programs, employers can successfully navigate the complexities of religious and disability accommodations. This not only ensures legal compliance, but also enhances workplace diversity and inclusion, contributing to the overall success and sustainability of the organization. This concludes the lesson. We trust you found this video informative and engaging. To enroll in the complete course, please use the link provided in the description below. At UExcel, we are committed to your learning journey. Each course offers a certificate of completion, online support, and downloadable resource files to enhance your experience. If you found our content valuable, we invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to supporting your continued pursuit of knowledge.